2K Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Quack. Hello, Henny.
Hi Luke, I'm glad to be here covering this week's featured group, and what a pairing, as these two have been hinting at quite a budding rivalry here.
So it appears this player's target is to beat Ricky Fowler this week. That should be an exciting showdown, Henny.
Yeah, Ricky Fowler sounds like he's up for the challenge. On social media, he's been talking about this rivalry. Is Ricky ever not up for the challenge, though? He'll smile as he's beating you, that's for sure.
Yes, likes to kill him with kindness, does our Ricky. He is a wonderful fella on and off the course, and with a renewed confidence in his game, the new father's looking to shine here. This will be a tough challenge for our rivalry. Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in two.
Absolutely. Love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
And he's down there. You got to read.
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
Oh, just missed. Oh, that would have been outstanding to make the eagle. And they'll tap this in for birdie. And after that hole, he's now alone at the top of the leaderboard. Let's go down to John McCarthy for our on-course report. And John, you've now had some time to walk the course this week before today's show. What are we in for today at the Jacobson Homestead?
Well, Luke, yes, I love walking around this rural setting. Not a whole lot of trouble to start off with, but things heat up quite a bit when you hit the 7th hole, par 4. Has a dogleg left and a few bunkers and trees to deal with off the tee. Back 9 opens with a narrow and lengthy par 5, but that's really as tricky as it gets. I guess it gets a little swampy on the 15th, but the water generally won't be a factor for many players out there in the field. They saved the most challenging tee shot for the 18th, which leads up to an elevated green for the approach. That will be a fun hole to watch this week. Hopefully provide some drama coming down the final stretch. Let's see what happens, guys.
What an opportunity to make a birdie.
If they can sink this, they'll pull ahead of Fowler. This could get interesting.
Just 3 feet to the cup. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do...
Oh my, how about that for a par?
Oh, a messy little lie in the bunker, but that is not a problem for this player. Yes, in the hole.
It's time to step on the tee here at the 5th. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. Few players have had the kind of impact on the game that Ricky Fowler has, and certainly being a fan favourite, Rich. It's funny when you see grown men dressed head to toe in orange supporting this wonderful person. But I know he wants more out of his career bio than what he's got right now.
And he will definitely get it as well, Luke. He's too good of a talent, and he has too much ability to not be a great player and be on the top of the leaderboard definitely a few times during the season. He is definitely, if there is a Pied Piper in golf outside of Tiger Woods, I would put my thumb on Ricky Fowler, just because so many people go out there dressed in the orange gear that he has, and whatever he does, they just love it. He's engaging, he's affable, he looks like he is enjoying himself on the golf course, which I truly believe he is. He really is one of these players that's so dynamic and so fun to be around. You can't help but root for him week in and week out.
7 feet to the cup.
A little birdie look in here.
Oh, that's a ripper. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
Ah, what a shot from the bunker. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum. Nicely done. Second shot here on the 7th. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that.
Birdie at the last. This for another.
Why don't we catch up with Ricky Fowler? Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Okay, let's get back to the action. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke. Getting their groove on.
And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling. This is a ball striking clinic. Yet another green in reg here.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
4 feet to the cup. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. Teeing off here at the 9th hole. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 200 yards.
This one is right down the pipe. Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently in 2nd place, hoping to overtake the leader.
Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt. Oh, that's frustrating. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
Nicely done.
Looks to me, Rich, that this player has a ton of confidence. Put themselves right back in position to win straight off their last start.
They're going to have to make some birdies coming down the closing stretch, but they have a lot of good vibes coming from that last win. I expect more of the same this week.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Attaboy, good shot. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Pegging it up on the 11th hole here.
Nice birdie at the last. Let's see what they can produce here.
That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff. Henny, how's that ball lying?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the first cut. Wow, did this come out beautifully.
12 feet to the cup coming up.
This for back-to-back birdies.
That was a narrow miss. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard. After that, we have a par 3 on this one. Going with the 5-iron here. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. That'll sting a bit.
Well, I think they fell in love with the line, forgot about the pace.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Oh, that one just missed the hole. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. This lie won't be too bad in the first cut. This looks to be heading to the green. Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. It's tracking and racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 4 under. He's currently sitting in first place. And we find ourselves on the tee, one of the stronger par 4s on the back 9 here at Jacobson Homestead. The 14th paying 483, Rich, from the tips.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view, bailing out to the left in the bunker. Not so hot either. I'll tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flagstick.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. We have a par 5 on this one. That's a good-looking shot there. Going with a 3-wood here. And this player is really going after it here, Rich.
I tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game, a bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. And with that putt, now it's 6 under with a few to play.
And nice to have that cushion heading down the last few holes.
This should play. Oh, well played. Into birdie range here at the 16th. Fair effort that. Good birdie. And that will take him to 7 under. Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's currently in 5th place.
Oh, that one's straight at the pipe. Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing. And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Our current leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
Good shot there. It's a fairway finder for sure. From around 220 yards. Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar, Luke. The greens and regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
Leading by 6 strokes after that one. Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
Oh, so close. Not the end of the world. There's another chance, and that'll do it. Holds it for the win.
If 1 is good, 2 is twice as nice, isn't it? 2 wins on the season for this player. Awesome stuff.
And Rich, what a performance. They've got back-to-back wins. What a force they're proving to be out here on tour.
I gotta say, this player is in full flight at the moment. Just sit back and watch how awesome they are at the moment.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now. BJ Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, I'm looking forward to bringing you the action from the ground level for this week's featured group. Now there's a sense of heightened competition this week, and this player has mentioned that they're starting up a rivalry this week with their playing partner.
No kidding, Henny. This player, he seems to have picked out Bubba Watson as the man to beat. That's ambitious.
Luke, you know when you think that you've got a player on the ropes, maybe they're in the middle of the trees, in the middle of a bunker, and you think they've got no shot. And then they do, in fact, put it to 2 feet. And then you're really frustrated. That's Bubba every single time. He's that player.
No, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though. And here we are with the third shot. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Anything in 5 feet to be handy from here. That's disappointing. An opportunity to make their par. Yeah, he'll take that. A live look at the leaderboard, and Bubba Watson finds himself in top spot. The third hole at TPC Summerlin is a very strong par 4, measuring 492 yards. There's a huge ravine that works right up through the middle of this. It requires a very strong drive up the right half to go at this green in 2. There is a big fairway to the left if you want to tuck over and get up and down for your par that way. Well, you'd have to think this person's got a head full of confidence, Rich, coming off a last start win.
The game is coming easy to this player right now, so no reason not to believe they can't do it again this week.
Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here. Ouch, that hurts. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
This will be a good bogey.
That will work. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently in first place, looking to hold that lead here.
It's time to check on the leaderboard. Bubba Watson currently on top spot as we pause for a look at the leaderboard. The fourth at TPC Summerlin is a pretty straightaway par 4, measuring 450 yards from the back tees. The fairway bunkers down the left and right are to be avoided. Really, not much to this hole, just be accurate on approach. Getting ready to play their third. 3 behind our leader. Didn't that look good for a long time? Big putt for par coming up. Just didn't drop. Just a short putt remaining here. And that's a couple of bogeys on the bounce, I'm afraid.
Yeah, making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The fifth at TPC Summerlin is a par 3 measuring 197 yards. Depending on where they put the tees on this hole ensures the type of club you need to get at it. If you're going at it, make sure you avoid that bunker that's short and right. This one's for birdie.
Come on, ball, don't deny him.
There's no doubt about this rivalry. It's certainly heating up. That has moved them within touching distance of their rival. Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
Currently at 2 over par. The sixth at TPC Summerlin is a snaking par 4, playing 430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot up the hill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's 2 strokes ahead in this group rivalry today. Going for less club here.
A chance to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard here. Ooh. This is a par putt. He's currently tied for 13th. The seventh at TPC Summerlin is a short par 4 measuring just 382 yards off the tips. Really, you just want to avoid the trees on the left-hand side because that will prevent you getting at the green, which is well guarded by bunkers and trees. Lay up, short right, a nice little wedge in here, and try and make a birdie. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's getting some airtime between him and his rival. He's 2 ahead.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup.
Ooh, just missed that one. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. The 8th at TPC Summerlin is a big par 3 playing 239 from the tips. A well-struck shot will avoid the gully here, but anything to the left half can roll off the green. The bunker short rider also to be avoided, so you don't make a sloppy bogey. There's 17 feet remaining to the hole.
Trying to save par here.
Well, that'll avoid a number of drop shots. Well hold. Ooh, exciting times on the tee of a par 5. That's nicely done. Rich, I know you love being here in Vegas, perhaps for different reasons than watching the golf tournament, but while we're here at the tournament, tell me a bit more about Shriners' impact on the game and this entire region.
Luke, I fail to see what you mean by that. I think Vegas is a very nice, wholesome city that I do enjoy coming to visit. But the golf course is fantastic. It's held at TPC Summerlin every single year, and it used to be the venue where they had the last round, but now every round is here. And I think the players enjoy that. I think they like being at the same golf course each and every day. They get a feel for it, and I think that's why the scores historically year in and year out are so much lower than they were in the past. I think it's a really good opportunity to go out there and make a ton of birdies, but that's not the easiest thing to do, is it? Getting comfortable making 7, 8, 9 birdies around. Some players don't have that comfort zone, and so I'm always interested to see the players that get into that zone each and every day and are making that many birdies to see if they can sustain it for 4 straight days.
And now to Bubba Watson.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Ooh, what a recovery. Almost hold it. And he needs this to save par. That putt seemed to lack a little bit of feel.
Wow, shocking to say the least. How do you miss that?
Sitting at 4 over for the day. Placement off the tee is required at the TPC Summerlin 11th hole, par 4, measuring 448 yards. The big bunker down the right side is to be avoided at all costs. And there's also a little tree there which might affect any line of sight approach to this green. And here we are with the 3rd shot. 5 shots off the lead. That's a wonderfully played chip shot there.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. The 12th here at Summerlin is another short par 4. 442 yards off the tips, but plays slightly downhill and leaves just a short iron approach. The only real danger here is the big body of water that starts around 150 yards short and goes right up past the green. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
No, that's too bad.
Can't believe he did that. That drives you bonkers as a player.
Trailing by 4 strokes. The 13th at TPC Summerlin is a monster par 5 measuring over 600 yards from the back tees. The big hitters with a tail breeze can cover that bunker on the left-hand side. But if you want to lay up, make sure you're giving yourself the right number because there's a lot to this green and plenty of ways to 3-putt it. Be careful on approach. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
This is their look at birdie.
All right, you'll make it the next time. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Ooh, right by the hole. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The 14th at TPC Summerlin is a straightaway par 3 playing 168 yards. The green slopes right to left, so make sure you've got the right length of club so you're not left with a long putt. Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it? Well, that's a bit disappointing. 5 feet coming up to the cup. Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. And now to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
The 15th at TPC Sutherland is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those back hole locations. However, a good aggressive play here must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens or the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here or even an eagle. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Putting for a par here. Oh, just missed. And this one will be for bogey. Sitting at 5 over for the day. The 16th at TPC Summerlin is another one of those great scoring holes en route to the finish. A par 5 playing 560 yards. A well-struck drive up the right half here gives you a chance to get at this green in 2. If you are going for the green, make sure you got enough club because that huge penalty area in front of it will ruin any score. Be careful going through the green here as well because getting down from over the back is not that easy. Oh, he's up, Tiger. This putt, a chance to move inside the top 20 on the leaderboard. Just need to pull the putter back a little bit further, I think.
That will drive you bats.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's one stroke behind his rival in this event.
Wow, what a save.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
The 17th at TPC Summerlin is a downhill par 3 playing 196 yards. Jonathan Bird once famously holed out in the playoff here to snatch the title. The green shapes right to left towards the hazard, so make sure if you're going to go for it, be very accurate. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup.
Ah, that's a shame. Comes up shy.
Sometimes when you try and get it up the hill, you just forget to hit it sometimes, and it seems so in this case.
The 18th at TPC Summerlin is a 444-yard par 4 with a big body of water just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green.
That dog will hunt.
This putt is for a final score of 76.
They've got this to pull ahead of Bubba. This rivalry is heating up today.
A par putt awaits. And that'll bring his tournament to a close. Well, Rich, after coming so close to going back-to-back, you just wonder the way they finished. Maybe the occasion just got a little bit too much for them.
Luke, this player did everything to seal back-to-back wins on the PGA Tour. Unfortunately, coming up just a touch short. Still 2 awesome weeks.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Champions Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very much looking forward to bringing you the action from the golf course for this week's featured group. Now there is a sense of maybe fear, heightened competition this week, as this player has said that they're starting up a rivalry with their playing partner.
Well, Henny, it sounds like they're trying to beat young Will Zalatoris. I'm really looking forward to this matchup.
Oh, as am I. Wily Will found his way onto the tour in a very unusual manner, and he kept himself there. The pressure is not too much for him. He can handle anything. He's a fierce young man of the future, and I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with his game. Where can you beat him? Where can you see any of those defenses? He's very confident, and as I said, Luke, he can take that pressure.
Yeah, well, he might be slight in stature. I think he's 160 pounds wringing wet, but he's big on confidence and bold with his iron play. There is not a flag he won't fire at, so if you want to beat Will Zalatoris, you better go hole hunting. Where did that come from? That's not his style. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. Okay, steady now. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
This is what they have left for par here.
Yeah, nicely holed. That's a good fight back.
In the bunker with their tee shot. Nice save indeed.
Great shot. This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing.
Wow, showing Will Zalatoris that this rivalry is indeed not to be taken lightly.
That's frustrating. An opportunity to make a par here. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Teeing off here at the 5th. There's this one to kick right. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
You're kidding me. Did he hole that? And that will move him up the leaderboard as well. Let's see what happens here on the 6th.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Oh, well played. Well played, mate. This putt will move them to 3 under par.
This for a birdie run.
Wow, that's misjudged. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. Oh, so close. And just a simple tap in left for bogey. Well, that's a shame. That'll drop them down the standings, that's for sure. Teeing off here at the 7th.
Pretty good shot there.
Setting up to play the shot here from the greenside rough. An opportunity here to move into a tie for first. It was on a good line. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. He's currently tied for 3rd. Here we are in front of a par 3. Going with the 5-wood. This one looks to be heading towards the green. And he's hit that inside the range. Hold this putt and a chance for second place. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. And this putt to move into a tie for second. That's a good putt to make, that one. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. We've reached the 9th hole. Time to tee off. Oh, absolutely flushed. Opting for the 5-wood. This is looking pretty good in the air. Not a bad play, that one. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Look, I got to say, I'm really not liking their chances here, but you never know. Stranger things have happened.
Solid par putt, that. Rich, how are we looking after 9?
2 strokes off the lead with 9 to go, Luke. They're going to need to put something special together.
Good shot there, Beamer. That's a little untidy. Sitting at 1 under. Currently tied for second. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Putting for birdie here. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
As they say, drive for show, putt for dough. That'll cost you. Just 2 shots back after that hole. The 11th at Echo Park is a par 4 stretching at 430 from the back tees.
Just a slight bit uphill off the tee shot. Find a spot at that far bunker, Luke, that you want to aim at and go ahead and turn it loose. From there, second shot goes over a nice little meandering stream that wanders throughout the golf course to a green, clover-like in appearance, but I gotta say, this is really one of the coolest holes on the golf course. I love it.
That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And this putt to move into a tie for first. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 3 under. He's currently in a share of top spot.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's name. They've been so good all year long. They've got to be one of the favorites, not only for this tournament, but also for the season-long FedEx Cup.
Didn't quite judge the speed on that one. Putting for a par now. And there it is. Currently at 3 under for the day. Let's see what happens here at the 14th. Well struck. Going with the 9-iron, I think. This would be a great up and down. Ooh, that almost went down. This putt for par here. That's pretty tidy. And nicely holed. Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Currently at -3 for the round. This hole is a par 4, and it's a pretty lengthy one at that. Rich, there's plenty of paths to the PGA Tour, but Few seem to bash their way to the PGA Tour quicker than Will Zalatoris. It was an immediate impact he had, and it's just such an exciting game he possesses.
Watching him go from the Korn Ferry Tour and essentially bypassing all of that fairly immediately with the 3 wins and getting onto the PGA Tour and having such a profound effect when he was out there really is quite astonishing. Without getting the win, but seemingly in contention each and every week out there, you feel the sky is the limit for what's going to happen with this young man. He is so disciplined in what he does in a round of golf. He's got a great mind in the way that he approaches the game and how he advances the golf ball to point A to point B. He sees this golf course 3 shots in advance. It's just kind of like it's right there in front of him. He reminds me of an old school pool player who he's already made all the shots. Now just has to go ahead and just sink the next one because he set himself up perfectly for the next one. It's impressive.
3 feet to go here to the hole. After that hole, they're currently tied for first place with Harold Varner the third. Let's see what happens here at the 17th. Lovely effort that. Going with the 6-iron here. Woo, back there, horsey. Handy effort, that one. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
A chance to get to 3 under with this putt.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. He's currently sitting in second. And as this player tees off on their final hole, they're 1 shot off the lead. This is a good time to get hot with the tournament on the line. Well, that's a handy shot. Well, they need to stick this close. A birdie would tie them for the lead and force a playoff.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
Oh my, right by the hole. Here's a putt to move into a ship. And there it is, Rich. We're going to extra holes now. Well, Rich, it's time to find out who will win this in a sudden death playoff.
Oh, and this tournament deserved it, Luke. So good all day long.
Well, let's begin this sudden death playoff for the championship.
Luke, I'm ready. Let's go.
Yeah, this is a quality looking shot, this one. That should find the short stuff. 2 wins so far this season.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Well, a big moment here. Really got to be aggressive if they want to have a chance in this one.
With their opponent in there close, Luke, absolutely. Take dead aim.
This truly is do or die. They need this to extend the playoff. Just didn't drop. It's always hard to see. Someone had to lose today, and unfortunately for this player, it was them.
Getting to the playoff was a great accomplishment. However, losing on the first hole doesn't feel good, but still a good week.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed our extra coverage in this week's playoff finale. From myself and all the hardworking people at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. See you next time. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Falcon Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be covering this week's featured group. What a pairing. These two, they've been going back and forth at each other. There is quite the budding rivalry here.
And so this week, Henny, they're vying to beat Tony Finau. This should inspire some brilliant play.
Oh, Tony Finau will not be letting up this week, Luke. But he's such a nice guy, you almost don't want to beat him. I mean, it's tough, but you must. I don't think you're going to outdrive him, that's for sure. But iron play, well, maybe you can get him there. You have to putt well, though.
Tony Finau might be a big cuddly teddy bear, but when it comes to playing on a golf course, he's going to try and strangle you to death. Good luck trying to beat Tony Finau. There is literally no weakness in this man's game. Now he knows how to win. And after that hole, this player sits in second, behind England's Justin Rose. That one should find the surface. He's found the surface. Good chance here. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
He's looking at around 14 foot, I'd say.
A bit long on that one. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. He's currently tied for first. Here we have a par 5. Well, Rich, it's become a bit of a new age thing on tour. A couple of rivalries that heat up on social media. We've seen a number of other players that call each other out. What have you made of this social media age?
Well, you better have thick skin if you're going to get into the social media arena. Thankfully, they didn't have it when I was out there on tour because I don't know if I could handle it. I certainly couldn't be trusted with it back then. But I think if you're going to go into that arena, you have to treat social media like it's just something that it's fun to do. If you do go down that rabbit hole in social media, you better be prepared for the consequences.
Oh, that is crushed. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Yeah, he's got around 125 here. Yeah, this is lovely.
Terrific approach and a chance for a birdie here on the 5th.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Ooh, right by the hole. A par putt on the table. And now over to Tony Finau.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Trailing by a stroke after that hole. Time to tee off at the 6th. That's tidy. Golf became a power game, and there's few players out on tour that have more prodigious power than Tony Finau. If he really wants to go full tilt, Rich, it feels like everyone's playing for second.
He is a dynamic player that has the ability to make birdies in bunches. The ball striking, I think, is always going to be brilliant. Watching him when he was on the Korn Ferry Tour, graduated to the PGA Tour, and just keep watching the steady progression. Each and every week, he just seems to get a little bit better, and the confidence level is over the moon with this kid. And to bundle it all up, Luke, he's one of the nicest guys in the world. You want to root for a Tony Finau. He is such a likable, lovable guy, I believe, that you can't help but root for him. And the wins that he didn't get are just heartbreaking, and we felt the pain alongside with him. I love watching this guy play. I root for him every single week.
A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Oh, just missed that one. Now that's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert.
Couldn't convert after 2 good shots there. Disappointment as they're so close to the lead.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
This one will run uphill.
That was a gallant attempt. And this one is for his par. Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's take a look at the current standings. Currently 1 under for the day. As we stride to the final hole of the outward half of Foxholm Golf Links, players will be licking their lips with this par 5, measuring just over 500 yards.
And this is a gift to end on. However, you've got to find the fairway really to give yourself the best opportunity. Players are not going to be able to fly those bunkers down the right-hand side, and if you hit it right of those, trees come into play. Bail out to the left, give yourself a long iron second shot into this massive green. Lots of runoff areas all around this green, but what a great opportunity to end this front nine with possibly an eagle 3.
Well, a lovely position for this player, Rich. Tied for the lead as they make the turn.
Yeah, exciting position, isn't it? You'd rather have the lead on your own, but listen, tied for the lead, pretty good spot to be in. They're going to have to work to earn this victory.
Second shot here at the 10th. Getting ready to play their third. He's currently tied for the lead. Eight feet to the cup. Nice line. Oh, just missed. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Time to face a par 4. Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. Playing from around 150 yards here.
Well, usually Tony Finau is the tall order. But after that shot, I think beating it and getting inside it is the new tall order. What an approach.
And back to the course with the live action. And just about 8 feet left to the hole. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? He finds himself in a share of the lead. With the 12th hole at Foxholm Golf Links is a strong par 3 measuring 216 off the back tees.
Luke, this is by far the scariest shot on this golf course. The runoff area to the left is severe. That golf ball will definitely run back into the hazard unless they catch a fantastic break. Players are definitely be bailing out to the right, but make sure you come up short and right because you want no part of that green side bunker.
And that's a nice strike. This one should find the fairway. Oh, what a shot that was. Right at it. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. And now over to Tony Finau.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. And with that hole behind them, they currently lead ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second. Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Sitting at 5 under for the day. Currently in the lead. Well, this one's going right at the flag. Well, Rich, this won't come as a big surprise, will it? Because there's a lot of people talking about this player. They've been performing beautifully all season. And many think they can win this event.
Without a doubt, the best player all around on tour in my mind's eye. It is no shock to see them contending for the lead once again.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. Let's see what happens here on the 15th.
Coming off an eagle at the last, momentum on their side for this player.
Has got this thing dialed in here, looking good.
Let's take a look at what Tony Finau's up to.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Our leader is out in front by a whopping 5 strokes.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
Now on the tee after a birdie. Fired up and ready for more. Not quite the shot he was wanting. And he's down there.
Setting up here from about 195 yards. Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
And let's have a look at Tony Finau.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. Time to face a par 4 now.
Standing on this par 4 and leading. What's the strategy? What's going on through their mind? Attack it or lay back?
And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. Oh, a birdie putt awaits. And that putt will drop, and he'll extend his lead. And now over to Tony Finau.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Our leader is up by a whopping 6 shots now. And now this player tees off their final hole of the event with the lead. Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader.
Absolutely massive and right down the fairway.
Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface. The equation's pretty simple. Chip this in and win the tournament. Oh, he chips in for the victory. Well played.
Chip in for birdie. That's always a nice feeling.
Oh, that was a touch of class. I wouldn't mind seeing that again.
Oh, yeah, look at those hands. What a chip shot.
And Rich, I think you mentioned earlier that this player was your favourite. Well picked.
Listen, it's not a hard pick, is it? This player has consistently been there all season long. There's no reason why not to pick them to win. They just make me look smart. That's about it.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich B, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Daybreak Classic is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, really looking forward to some exciting play from our featured group today. This player has hinted at a rivalry with their playing partner this week.
And this week, Henny, it looks like they're trying to take down Justin Rose. Not many people have been able to claim that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be all rosy at the end of today. This is definitely a tall order. Justin has one of the most consistent games on the PGA Tour. He's like a golfing metronome of a man. The iron play, I'm going to say if he hits the fairway, when he hits the fairway, his iron play is just phenomenal. He's going to get it inside 20 feet every time, and then you know he's going to hole putt. So, yeah, good luck with that one.
Well, he's the perfect mix, isn't he? He's an English gent with a killer glint in his eye. Good luck in this rivalry. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently in third place.
Looking really good, this one. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. And the third hole here at Old Marina Golf Club looks very familiar, Rich. Par 4, playing 444 yards.
Luke, if you're a fan of Pebble Beach Golf Links, you're absolutely going to love this hole. Just 444 yards from the back tees. Driver really isn't necessary, as there is out of bounds over on the right-hand side that comes into play in a hurry. Just avoid the bunkers on the left-hand side. Find the fairway. Second shot plays slightly uphill. It actually looks like an infinite edge pool. It's really difficult to judge distance control with that second shot. Still a great hole, one that you dearly love to make birdie on.
Steady on. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Ouch, that hurts. And this one is for bogey. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine. That's some good golf right there. And here we are with the third shot. Just 2 shots behind. Wow. Ha! Right at it from out of the bunker. Okay, steady now. And this putt coming up for his par. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Not bad. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's currently in fourth place.
Trying to get to even par with this putt.
If they sink this putt, they'll pull ahead of Justin Rose. Let's see if they can ramp up this rivalry.
He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. This hole is a par 4. That's not the one he wanted. Rich, when we talk about the English group of golfers over the last 20 years, really Justin Rose has been the star of them, hasn't he? Major champion, world #1, Hall of Famer. He's done it all.
He certainly is that, and I have to say, he's probably one of the most resilient players you'll ever come across. As soon as he got done holing out that shot at the major championship years ago, turned professional and went out and missed 20 some odd cuts in a row and never gave up. Kept after it, which that would have broken most men, not Rose. That's why he's gone out and become a major champion. He is such a force in the game. There's no reason why he cannot play at a high level for many, many years to come. The ball striking is phenomenal. I love his stroke. I love the way that he putts it. I just think that he hits so many good putts that just don't go in. It just kind of gets under his skin. Listen, don't let it, Rosie. You putt it fantastically. Keep after it. I love this man's game. He's such a talent.
And with that now, back to level par. Let's see what happens here at the 8th.
Look,
coming off a birdie at the last hole. This player finally is making something happen. Looking forward to the next hole, but danger lurks if they're not careful.
That's frustrating. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Oh, what a stroke. Now, nice to make a mid-range par putt. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. The 9th hole here, though, at Old Marina Golf Club is a strong one. A really tough test to finish the opening 9. A par 4 stretching 466 yards.
For those who like to work the golf ball from left to right, you're going to have to take a little bit of a chance by aiming over that hazard on the left-hand side. But if you find the fairway, boy, I tell you what, that's a fantastic feeling because this hole has got so much beauty. I love the second shot, the bunkers on the front, but I love how the green runs away on the left-hand side. The design of this hole, especially the green, is absolutely amazing.
That wasn't your best effort, was it? And there it is. So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall. We have a par 4 on this one.
Yeah, that'll work. That's fine.
And he's safely on the green with that shot. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Might need to get the feel back on the putting green.
Downhill all the way, down grain just a bit. They let it get away from him.
How much did the win last week give them the confidence to perhaps pull it off again here and go back-to-back?
A massive win last week, looking to double up again this week. I gotta say, they're building off all the good things they did last week. A win could definitely happen.
Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. Going with the pitching wedge here. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. Good chance to move to even par if they can make this putt.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
That'll sting a bit. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's sitting there just in 3rd place.
So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Teeing off here on the 12th hole. Good shot there. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
Okay, time to return to the action. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
That's disappointing. Just a 4-footer remaining. Oh, so close. This is a bogey putt coming up. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. Teeing off here on the 13th hole. Oh, that's piped. That's heading down the runway. Sitting at 2 over par. Tied for 6th position. That's inside the house of opportunity. Chance to sneak into the top 5 here. Ooh. This is a par putt. Well hold. Let's move on. Time to see what this par 4 has in store. Looks like this one's heading safely for the fairway. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
Quality shot, that one. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I gotta say, I don't like their chances. I have been wrong once before, but I really can't remember when that was.
That was a gallant attempt. This one's for bogey. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And now over to Justin Rose.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Currently at +3 for the round.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
Yeah, that one will play. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. Teeing off here on the 16th hole.
They're trailing heading into the short par 4. Do they take it on to the layup? How much do they trust their swing right now? We'll find out.
Yeah, that one's looking good. Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there. And this putt to move them into a tie for second. It was on a good line. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
Looks good.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. Well, Rich, don't know about you, but my eyes are wide open standing here on the 17th tee of Old Marina Golf Club.
Every player is going to be salivating to get here. This could be the easiest hole by a long shot on this golf course. The fairway, massive, most generous fairway out here. Second shot, a little bit uphill, but let's face it, just 506 yards, slightly uphill. I promise you, every player in this field is thinking eagle and nothing but.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Time now for the 4th shot. 4 strokes off the lead. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Yeah, that's a top little chip shot, that one.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Oh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. This next putt is for bogey. A little slide happening here on the leaderboard. See if he can bounce back. And now on the tee, coming off a bogey, trying to reclaim some momentum. Oh, well done. That got a little out of control, I think.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, Luke. This is a surprise, missing this one.
And this putt is for a final score of 73. And with that putt, concludes this players' round. Well, unfortunately, not able to secure back-to-back victories here, but you've got to be impressed with the performance overall.
Luke, unfortunately, not getting the back-to-back wins. Came ever so close, but unfortunately coming up just a little bit shy. Still awfully impressed with this week's work.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now. PGA Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is about to begin. Hello, I'm Luke Elvey alongside 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be following this featured group as there are rumours of quite a rivalry kicking off between these two players.
So it looks like they aim to beat Justin Thomas. Should add a bit of extra excitement to our coverage today, Henny.
Oh, that goes without saying, Luke, but Justin Thomas will not be easy to beat. I don't think there's a more competitive man out there on tour.
No, you're absolutely right there. He's a complete player. It'll certainly be interesting to keep an eye on this rivalry throughout the event. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
What a disappointment. Okay, let's head to the next. There are so many stunning golf holes on this entire property. And this third, the par 3 downhill, certainly one of the elite holes on the course.
It might be stunning to look at, but it is painful. Can be extremely painful to play. Downhill all the way. When they tuck the pin over on the left-hand side, forget about it. Never hit it there. Only when the pin is on the center or the right part of the green should you be taking dead aim. Other than that, center of the green all day long.
Taking aim from about 180 yards here. He leads the field by a stroke. Well, with a pocket full of FedEx Cup points over the last half a dozen starts or so, this player certainly has been delivering consistent results and pushing for wins or winning, Rich. Do you expect that to continue here this week?
Luke, absolutely. Week in and week out, this player has consistently performed at the highest level. I got to believe he's a lot of people's favorites to win this tournament.
And back to the play, shall we? And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South Course, keeping ball in fairways critical, and that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
Never up, never in, as they say, Rich.
Wanted to get it up to the hole, but was just unable to up that slope.
Rich, there are a number of strong holes on this outward half, but the par 5 sixth, the players are definitely thinking birdie here, but it's all set up by the tee shot.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in two. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
A 7-footer right here. Oh, so close. And that puddle drop. Well done. And this effort by Justin Thomas.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Leading by a couple after that hole. The par 4 7th, a little dog leg left to right. Again, positioning of the tee is key.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the barranca and the canyons come into play.
The old hammerhands putt. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Currently at -3 for the event. We head up the hill away from the ocean here at the 8th hole, Rich. A lovely par 3, but all the challenges in the green.
It is. It's very wide, not very deep. Players going in there with kind of mid irons to short irons. Uphill the entire way. Difficult to get it on that back level when they stick the pin all the way on top.
And tee shot looks pretty good. Justin Thomas, major champion, world #1 player. Really has all the attributes, doesn't he, Rich?
He does. His focus on his own game is amazing. I think that this kid really understands how to play the game. He's got all the shots, but he doesn't try and get up there and hit it as hard as he can every single time. He gets out there and he learns how to play the game, hit the finesse shots when you need it, take some risks when you need to, but also back off when you don't need to. This kid is a real deal, complete game from head to toe.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Setting up this putt 29 feet from the cup.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Well, this is when the knees start to knock. The sweat starts to appear on the palms of your hands, Rich. Just a slender lead with 9 to play.
Yeah, no time to start thinking about that lead, Luke. They got to keep their head down and keep going forward. Cannot think about that lead or people will pass them.
This one looks to be slightly offline here. Do you think they drew that up differently in their mind?
Coming up a little short with that effort. Not bad, though.
It's just about 3 feet away. Leading by 3 strokes now. There aren't too many easy holes here at Torrey Pines South, but the course certainly gets tougher as we head to the par 3 11th.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf, top left. If you get it up there, happy days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
Boy, Rich, that was a big-time save, that one.
Not a good lie. Fortunate to hit the pin and go in.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. We head to the 12th hole. This par 4 is as big and as strong and as tough as you find anywhere on the PGA Tour.
This is about as tough a hole as you're going to find anywhere on the planet. Prevailing wind coming right back into the players. You just have to step up and hit a solid tee shot to find the fairway. From there, you're going in with a mid to long iron, sometimes even a hybrid, to a green that sits just above you. Not a ton of movement, but enough from back right to front left to make you think.
That's heading for the fairway. Currently -5. Currently in the lead. Getting ready to play their 3rd. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Always a tough shot to get out of.
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the sand.
9 feet to the cup.
This is important. Big par putt here.
Ooh, right by the hole.